land of Canaan, where the sun beat down mercilessly on parched earth, a familiar desperation was taking hold once again. The famine that had gripped the region showed no signs of mercy, and in Jacob's household, the situation was becoming unbearable. Every morning, Jacob would look at his dwindling food supplies, his heart heavy with worry. He had already sent his sons to Egypt once before, and now, as the last grains of wheat disappeared from their storage, he knew they would have to return. But this time was different. This time, the Egyptian governor had been clear. They couldn't return without Benjamin, Jacob's youngest and most precious son. The old man's hands trembled at the thought. Benjamin was all he had left of his beloved Rachel. After losing Joseph years ago, Benjamin had become his reason to keep going, his last connection to a love story that still made his heart ache. "Father," his sons pleaded, "we must return to Egypt. Our children are hungry. We have no choice." Their words echoed through the tent, each syllable a weight on Jacob's shoulders. Days passed, and the hunger grew more severe. Finally, Jacob knew he had to make the hardest decision of his life. With tears in his eyes, he called Benjamin to him. The moment was heavy with unspoken fears. As Jacob embraced his youngest son, something deep within his spirit made him hold on just a little longer, just a little tighter. His weathered hands gripped Benjamin's robes as if trying to memorize every detail of this moment. There was a haunting feeling, an echo of the past when he had last seen Joseph, that made this farewell particularly painful. "May the Almighty God grant you mercy before the man," Jacob whispered, his voice breaking, "and may he return all of you, including your brother Simeon and Benjamin, safely to me." But even as he spoke these words of blessing, his heart was gripped with a father's terrible fear, the fear of losing another son. The embrace seemed to last forever, yet ended too soon. As Benjamin joined his brothers for the journey to Egypt, Jacob stood at the entrance of his tent, his silhouette a lonely figure against the setting sun. He watched until they disappeared into the horizon, carrying with them his prayers, his hopes, and his precious Benjamin, unaware that this painful separation would lead to one of the most remarkable reunions in biblical history.